Hello, I'm Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And we're two fiddlers on the roof. And this is From Our Perspective. Welcome to episode 23.
Yeah.
I was going, I don't know what I was going for there. But it is episode 23 of From Our Perspective. How did we get this far? The world may never know.
Perseverance.
Perseverance and a little bit of crack cocaine. Just a teeny bit. Just a teeny weeny bit.
Just kidding. None.
Just kidding.
It was actually
heroin.
It was actually a lot.
It was actually a lot of crack cocaine. Oh, we're horrible. Yeah, if you notice, I'm sniffing a lot. That's because I just did a bump. I am a little congested. Maybe some crack would clear my sinuses.
I don't think that's how it works, but
I mean, you never know.
I don't think that's how that works, but I wouldn't suggest trying it.
Why? Why? Are you scared? Are you scared to do hard drugs, pussy?
Yeah,
I knew it. You were never cool enough to hang out with me. I knew it. What if this is how you learned that I was actually a horrible addict to very hard drugs?
I'd be confused, frankly.
I mean, yeah, you never know. You never know the true personality of the person that you're friends with. So, I'm actually a serial killer, Sam.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've known each other I don't even know how long now.
It's
what?
7
years?
Has it been 7 years?
It feels like it.
It feels like a decade.
Feels like forever.
Feels like you know that old saying, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, the time has been at a standstill ever since I met you. It feels like I've been alive for 100 years, and I hate every second of it.
Wow.
I don't know why this show is already off the rails, but I think we need to put it back on the rails before we continue.
Who needs rails?
Who needs rails?
Where we're going, we don't need rails.
That's my favorite line in Back to the Future. You know, what is it Elon Musk is doing underground in LA? Isn't he building like a
a secret lab? Maybe.
Probably. No,
he probably has one.
He's got like this tunnel that's supposed to help, like, I guess, I don't know. It's supposed to send cars through underground, so above ground traffic won't be as bad in LA. He's actually insane. I mean,
is he insane? Or is he a genius?
He's like one bad thing happening from becoming an evil genius.
Yeah, I think
all it's gonna take is him to lose someone in his family, and then he's just gonna be he's already made flamethrowers. And when you make flamethrowers and you can send a car into outer space, I think you're probably the most dangerous man in the world.
No, I think he's great.
He's great, but what I'm saying is
he's like a modern day Thomas Edison, who was kind of a crazy asshole as well. So,
well, Elon Musk isn't really an asshole.
I didn't mean it like that, but he's
just a crazy dude, and
Thomas
he's
Edison
a memester. Yeah, Thomas Edison. Let's take a minute.
He's not mean. He's a meme.
He is a meme. Let's take a minute to talk about Thomas Edison and how shitty of a person he was.
Yeah, I don't know too much of the details. I just kind of know that that's the case.
Didn't he electrocute an elephant to death at one point?
I think so.
And then he stole
I think it was to show that I can't remember which one he made and which one Tesla made, but to show that Tesla's electricity was dangerous or something.
Just to show that he could kill an elephant if he wanted to.
Just to show his power.
I can kill an elephant. Can Tesla? Nope. That's great. Anyway, I wanna do a quick, I guess, game with you. This might turn into a reoccurring segment.
What, like patty cake?
Yeah, we're gonna play patty cake not only on a podcast but over Skype.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
This might turn into a reoccurring segment. Who knows? I don't. I want to have a mini debate.
Oh no, not this.
Oh yes, this.
I hope this doesn't turn into a big debate.
It might turn into a big debate.
All right, so get ready. This may or may not be the topic for the episode.
It shouldn't be, but if it turns into it, then I guess we're prepared for next week. Okay. So, we're going to debate, okay. I guess I'll give you a couple of things, and then you can pick the topic. I guess.
Okay.
Here's one. Santa Claus is evil. It's a good one. Does age really matter in a relationship? And why? What pizza topping is best?
A pizza topping, obviously.
Okay. I guess.
I mean, I have a personal favorite.
What's your personal favorite?
And it's not like a usual one, I don't think.
Okay, what is it?
It's meatball.
See, that's not a bad one.
That's wonderful. There's something about it that is just so perfect.
Okay, mine's pepperoni.
Okay.
That's always my go-to.
I don't think. Here's the problem. I don't think we're gonna debate.
I think we'll just say.
That's nice, and I appreciate your opinion.
I appreciate your opinion, and you're a very nice fellow. All right.
And I mean, when I get a pizza, I get pepperoni on it as well. So.
Yeah. Okay then.
I love that debate. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Could you imagine if you went watched a political debate and they were just like, I don't agree with that, but you're great.
But I respect that, and you're a great person.
I respect your gumption to say your opinion, and that's very good of you.
Thank you. And then they start making out.
No.
No. That would have made the Republican debates a lot better in 2016. Just see Jeb Bush kissing. I'm done.
Jeb, am I right?
Jeb,
exclamation point.
All right. Let's do Santa Claus is evil. I'm gonna take the defense against.
Is that a debate?
Yeah.
Is that a debate topic?
Yeah. Is he evil? Yes or no?
Is this presented to debate teams?
Well, I just looked up funny debate.
in high school, they're like, the debate team. They're like, okay, you're gonna take the position of Santa Claus is not evil, and you're gonna take the position of Santa Claus is evil.
He's an evil man.
You need to convince us that he's genocidal in some way. Okay, so you're gonna take up which position?
I'm gonna go against, or I'll let you pick. Do you want to go against or for Santa?
No, I'm fine with rooting for Santa.
You're pro
really
Santa.
Easy.
We're gonna turn this into a little meme where we'll make smear campaign ads. My partner Sam Borders is pro Santa.
Yeah, who wouldn't be? All right, well I'll let you start. Why is Santa evil?
Okay, how long do we want to give? Because we can't have just a free amount of time. I'm say 30 seconds for opening statements, and then we'll do 30-second rebuttals.
We'll do a rebut. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay, let me get a timer on my phone. All right.
God.
All right, I'm starting now. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am here to denounce everything that is this Santa Claus. Now, everyone sees him as a happy-go-lucky man, but I see him as a common sneak thief, a reverse burglar, if you will. Also, I would like to point out that his client is the one who is enslaving, not having workers, but enslaving elves. And that is my time.
Wow, good job.
That was compelling.
I couldn't help but notice that you took on the evil lawyer voice.
Yeah, evil lawyer. The why can't I think of the actor's name? The John Goodman in the B movie. You remember that part?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. So you get 30 seconds starting now.
Santa Claus brings joy to the world. What do you want from me? There's like nothing wrong with that.
You still have 20 seconds.
Yeah, see? I did it in 10, so that means it's so much better than your argument.
Do we just let the
Yeah.
timer tick down now? Okay. What do you do for fun?
I talk about Santa Claus with a friend of mine.
All right, that's your time, I guess.
Yeah. All right, I think I won, so.
No. I
So
get
you
a
can
counter.
piss off.
I get a rebuttal.
Oh my god. All right.
All right.
Okay, here's my question. How does Santa Claus not bring joy to the world?
Okay. I think I got a good one. I think I might actually have you beat.
Okay.
Okay. I'm starting now. Okay, so my opponent here has decided that he only needed 10 seconds just to say that Santa Claus brings joy to the entire world. I would disagree, though, because think about anyone who's not a good, God-fearing Christian. Think about the Jewish kids. Think about the Buddhists.
Objection.
Sustained.
Anyway.
Are you ready for your rebuttal?
I guess so. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are you going to be okay?
That was so funny. Okay, you get a rebuttal.
Okay.
All right, starting now.
I mean, I don't know. The Jewish people, they get to go out to like, I mean, since nobody's out at the restaurants, they can go like to Chinese delis and stuff. And that's fun. So that brings joy.
What about the Buddhists?
They can go there too. Anybody can go there.
Okay, well, that's pretty much your time.
Okay.
Now,
Well, let us know who won.
now
Me,
I know.
obviously.
All right, this is a jury of the public. Now I know that Santa Claus is typically perceived. This is the trial of this century.
Right.
Last century had the OJ trial. We have Santa Claus. Okay, so we need the court of public opinion to decide. Now, I know a lot of people love Santa, but please put all bias aside and pick who you think gave the
I disagree.
better argument.
I think you should think about.
Think
I
about
mean, you
bias,
have to
all
take the
bias.
character of the defendant into account.
I guess that's true.
Anyways,
All right. Well, that was fun. Let us know.
What's
who
our
you
real
think,
topic?
Let us know who you think won.
Yeah, me.
So if anyone who doesn't know us or who doesn't listen to the podcast just heard that, you would probably assume that the people who did that don't have many friends, and you would assume extremely correctly.
Hell yeah.
We both have very little friends, but
Hey, speak for yourself.
Sam, how many friends do you have that
I don't
aren't
know,
family,
Trace.
that aren't
I'm just
family?
joking. It's a comedy podcast, right?
Yeah, but
We got jokes in it.
No, this is serious. This is serious right now. You come. For
I'm not going to reveal that information to
You
the
come
public.
for the bull. You get the horns. No, don't cross me ever again. All right.
Okay, goodness.
I'm sorry, but you really angered me there.
It sounds like it.
You know what? I don't even want to do this anymore.
My God, not this.
No, but
Not this bit.
not this bit. I wanna, I guess, preface this by saying that making friends is hard, especially the older you get. Because when you start to get older and you don't have school anymore, there's just not a lot of places to meet people who are, or it's just a lot harder to meet people who are a lot closer in age and who have similar interests and stuff like that. So be prepared for when you get out of school, because it's hard to make friends.
I mean, it's kind of convenient for me since I very much enjoy my alone time.
Yeah. And
being an introvert.
if you're very introverted, there's no problem with not having a lot of friends, but sometimes you just like to have someone
lock yourself in your room.
Lock yourself in your room and cry.
No, not that. Don't do that.
No.
Anyways, how are we gonna make friends?
But
I need help. Help me, Trace.
I'm the light at the end of the tunnel. Come to me, Sam. I will take you to the other side, the side where the world is a lot less lonely. Sorry, okay. I feel like I keep calling you out. So we're gonna journey over. We're gonna journey over to WikiHow first to tell us how to make friends. Now this comes from Trudy Griffin, LPC, and it's called "How to Make Friends." Find places to make new friends. So, like I was saying, it's easy to make friends when you're in school because you're surrounded by people who have similar interests, who are the similar ages, who do a lot of the similar things. And, I mean, even if you're not surrounded by them, you can seek them out through clubs and stuff like that. So it's easy to find places to make new friends. In the outside world, it's not as easy. So, here's how you find places to make friends. You got to make yourself available.
Go to Walmart and just talk to people.
Yes, approach strangers and just stare at them. Stare them in the eyes.
Quickly and aggressively walk up to them, stand very close to them, and speak quite loudly.
Not a scream, but pretty close.
Forceful, like you're trying to talk to somebody who's not 2 inches in front of you.
Yeah. Say, okay, so they're at a Walmart, so you very much approach them at the speed of almost
you power walk. You power walk.
Yeah, you power walk up to them, get 2 inches away from them, and speak at them as if they are at the electronics department.
No, that's yelling.
I mean,
like if they're at the other end of the aisle, as if they were at the other end of the aisle.
Well, I mean, to each their own.
I guess that's my method for making friends. I mean, everybody has their own.
And you would be wrong.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't actually do that. If you actually want to make new friends, don't do that. So make yourself available. Remember, friends seldom come knocking on your door while you sit at home playing on your laptop. If you see opportunities to
hold
get
on,
out there...
did you just add that, or did you
No, it's in the article.
Wow, cutting words from what's her name?
Yeah, Trudy.
Yeah, Trudy. Maybe I don't want to go out.
Fuck Trudy.
God, you hurt me.
If you see opportunities to get out there and meet people, take them. For example, try going to a social function at your school or work. If someone invites you to a party, go for it. So, I mean, that's a pretty good one. Just be more available and be more open to opportunities. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You could join an organization or a club to meet new people. Now, when I was looking for...
Like a cult.
Like a cult. You could join...
You could join a cult. You'd have lots of friends then.
Yeah. A lot of people who would be willing to die for you.
Yeah. And die with you.
And die with you, yeah. When I was looking through find articles for this topic, I kept seeing stuff like this. Go out and find like a lot of people suggested go to a book club, stuff like that. And you just meet people, go to organizations or go to events, or to clubs where people have similar interests, and then you got maybe new friends.
Absolutely. Go to a place where people are doing something you're interested in.
Yeah. Volunteer for a cause you care about. For example, you might donate your time to a local nursing home, hospital, animal shelter, or non-profit organization. Do an online search or call charitable organizations in your area to find volunteering opportunities near you.
You having trouble?
A little bit. So, if if you're more active, I guess I don't know if that's if you're more socially active in the world than me and Sam, and you are
Which
willing
is
to
not too difficult.
yeah, and you're willing to volunteer your time. First of all, good on you. We need more people like you in the world, less people
That's right.
like me and Sam.
Yes.
Second of all, there are always volunteer opportunities. So go out and find some people to beat up. Wait, no.
Walk onto another person's property and just start building homes for the homeless.
Especially if it's like 2 feet away from their current home.
Yeah, like your neighbors, your place of business.
Yeah. If you could actually...
If you go to school, build it on the campus.
Yeah. If a good tip is break into your neighbor's house and actually start building a house inside of their house.
Yes. It's like a Russian nesting doll.
Yeah, and then at that point they legally can't stop you because when you start building, that is your property now.
That's right.
Legally. So use this as evidence when you get arrested in a court of law.
We are definitely lawyers.
We are definitely lawyers. You heard that debate earlier. Try connecting with people you already know. So maybe reach out to acquaintances. It gives the example, if you're a parent, you might reach out to parents of some of your kids' friends. And then you become friends with their friends' parents. You become friends with your kids' friends' parents.
Yeah, not their parents.
not your kids' friends' grandparents. So, and I mean, again, there's people who I mean, kind of have similar interests in mind. They have a similar
like children.
Child, and yeah, they probably do all those crazy things.
What crazy things?
You know, going to a park, jumping into a lake, robbing a bank, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. Method 2 of 3. Make the first move. So this is after you've... It sounds weird. It's after you've found places to meet friends. This is how you make the friends.
So this is after I've walked up to the person in Walmart.
This is after you've decided Walmart is the best place for me to make a friend.
Yes.
Look for opportunities to talk to people.
Also, you can also talk to the cashiers.
Yeah.
Because they have to stay there. And they will listen. At least a little bit.
Look for opportunities to talk to people. You can talk to anybody. The clerk at the video store, the person sitting next to you on the public transit, or the person in front of you at the lunch line.
Don't do any of that.
Yeah.
Don't do that, please.
Here's the thing.
I'm just going to be honest.
Here's the thing. I'm going to be completely 100% honest. If you are trying to make new friends, don't talk to anybody. You can't talk to anybody.
Don't talk to people.
You cannot talk to anybody because most people will get annoyed and ignore you if you talk to them while they're waiting in line.
You have to pantomime.
Or if they're sitting, or if they're
yeah, you gotta do charades with them.
Yeah, you start doing charades.
You're like I. You're like pointing to your eye, and then you're like want. You're kind of like gesturing, like grabbing, like I want this, and then you point at you, and then you're like, I don't know how you would gesture friendship, so they might call the police.
Yeah, you do charades and you say I want you,
and then you're like trying to figure out how to represent friendship, and maybe you like do like a hug, and that doesn't go well.
Yeah,
and then there's the cops.
Yeah, and then
for the third time this day.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam's had that problem a lot. Don't talk to anybody. Make sure that you go to a place where people have similar interests to you. Make sure that they're possibly your peer before you just start talking to people. Because 90% of the time, the person that you start talking to will not enjoy your company in that moment. I know I wouldn't. Having good manners goes a long way. So don't talk to them as the way we just talk to you.
Or each other, like
yeah, or the way that me and Sam talk to each other. You can start talking to people by simply greeting them with a good morning. How are you? That's a good way to do it. That's a good icebreaker.
See, I like howdy.
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 After
howdy, partner.
After me and you became friends, I started saying howdy a lot more because that's a good introduction.
Howdy, partner.
When people talk to me about when I go into work and they say, "Hey Trace," I go, "Howdy."
Howdy, partner. How's life on the ranch?
We're cowboys.
Baling hay.
The next point is make eye contact and smile. Now the WikiHow art is basically describing what you described at the Walmart. This man is standing 2 inches away from this woman, staring her dead in the eyes, and he has his mouth open pretty wide, so it looks like he might be screaming. So you might have the right idea, Sam. It says, do not squint, look bored, frown, or look deadpan. Try to avoid closed-off body language, like folding your arms or hanging out alone in the corner.
So stick your arms out to your sides, spread your legs.
Yeah, starfish.
Kind of like you're about to do a jumping jack, but don't do it.
Yeah, but don't do the jumping jack. Just get prepared for it.
2 things about that pose. You assert dominance.
Number
Number 2, you're very open, so they know that they can talk to you comfortably.
Assert dominance. A good way to make friends is to look up how chimpanzees assert dominance and start doing that.
What does that entail?
I don't know how they start asserting
I'm sure
dominance.
It's terrible.
But I know when one of them does start asserting dominance and the other one is not a dominant chip, it will flash its teeth at the dominant one.
Don't do that.
Gives the beta male smile.
So weird.
Did you know mirroring another person's body language is a great way to build a rapport with them?
Also mirror what they say. Everybody loves that.
Everyone loves that. Everyone loves when you become childish and when you start repeating every word they say.
Like they say.
Like they say.
Oh no, not this.
Oh, not this.
I'm trying to do a thing.
I'm trying to do a thing. Me too, Sam. All right.
Well, I'm not going to talk until you stop.
I'm done.
Okay. So, like, they say stop talking, and then you say stop talking. And then they're like, get away from me. And you're like, get away from me. Then they're like, I'm going to call the police if you don't stop. And then you're like, and you just do it back and forth.
And then you're like, okay, don't call the police. This will be the 4th time.
And then when the police get there, they're like, who's harassing who? I can't tell.
Yeah, and then you just take the lead and say, I called you. They're harassing me. So you don't get arrested a 4th time that day. Try a variety of conversation starters. We'll get to that one in a minute.
A joke. Come on, you got to start with a joke. Like a bad joke.
It says make a request for help. Try making a comment about the immediate environment. Give a compliment or follow up immediately with a related question.
Boy, it's moist in here.
Boy, it is really moist. Am I right?
Can you help me get that cereal box off the top of that shelf?
Is it typically moist in the Walmarts that you're at?
No, but...
Oh, okay.
You got to talk about something, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good icebreaker.
Keep the conversations going with small talk. I'm never good at small talk. I hate small talk. So I'm buying a new car, and when I went to test drive it, the guy who I'm buying it from rode with me the car, and no one else was in it. And it was it was like I was being tortured. I was so anxious, not only because I was driving this man's car that I was about to buy, but also because I didn't know what to say.
I have this horrible problem.
Yeah.
Where I both hate small talk and fear, like if I'm just like sitting next to somebody and like I like kind of know them but I don't really know them and I'm like, should we be talking? And it's like, but if I start talking it's just gonna be like nothing. And oh my god. And then I'd like lose my mind and I'd pull up my phone and I just bury my face in it.
This is my thing, is when it's silent. Or like, let's just say that me and this person were talking, and then we stop, and it's silent. I'm like, what do I say now? Like, do I continue? Do I continue? I mean, they've stopped talking, so does that mean that I should stop talking? And then I'm just silent until they say something, but my mind is racing at like a thousand beats per minute.
Yeah, and this only happens to me if you're like my acquaintance.
Yeah, if
I'm a good friend with you, it's like nothing.
Yeah, if I slightly know you,
and if I don't know you at all, I don't care. So
yeah. If I slightly know you, or if I've just met you recently, like when I went to my college registration, at lunch there was this dude I was talking to, and we were just making small talk, and then like we introduced ourselves, and we sat down and we talked for a good while, and then there was just a point where we stopped talking. So I was like, and I was sitting there and I was just looking at my phone. I was like, I feel so rude to have stopped talking, but he's not saying anything either. So does he not want to talk to me? And then
social interactions are hard.
They're hard for people like us. And the next point, we'll jump right back into it. The next point is introduce yourself at the end of the conversation. So basically just saying, by the way, my name is...
by the way, I was gonna say don't like they're like hi I'm and you just ignore it.
You ignore it, and then at the end you go, "Oh, I'm Borbus."
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that
you have to give him a fake name.
My name is Door Lamp, and you're obviously looking around the room. To find things to say your name are.
Yeah.
Ask them to lunch or coffee. Don't if you just met them. Don't do that. If you just met the person. Now,
I'll tell you how I would react to that.
What?
Here's what I'd say. I'd say, let me think about it.
You wouldn't think about it. You just wouldn't respond.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is pursue common interest. So, I mean, that's a basic one. Just, like, make sure that you all have similar interests so the friendship can blossom. And stay healthy. The next thing that it talks about for making friends is maintaining friendships. And I don't want to do that because the first one is a picture of someone cradling a crying person. I don't know where this third part is going to go, but that's how you make friends.
Cradle crying people.
Yeah. So we talked about icebreakers. Now, this is always the hardest thing for me to do. Is icebreakers and small talk. Like I said, when I know
here's how I deal with it.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how I deal with it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't. I wait for people to talk to me.
Okay.
I don't. That's one of the problems I have with like if I'm like at a social interaction.
Yeah.
Is I sit there and I'm like, well, I don't want to like go talk to people because then what if I'm like intruding or.
Yeah.
So I just sit there and wait for somebody to come up to me.
I went as a +1 to a party with a friend of mine, and I mean there were some people that I knew there. And I would talk to them a little bit. Other than that, I just kind of sat in a chair, and occasionally people would talk to me. But I was just like, yeah, I don't like this.
I do this. I try to find a spot, and I almost like kind of like claim it. Like this is where Sam sits for the duration of this.
This spot is Sam now.
This is my spot.
Me and this spot are one.
We are one. We are wed.
And then like that chair has a wedding ring around one of its legs, and you have a wedding ring as well.
Around one of my legs.
Around one of your legs. Yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy if we put wedding rings around our legs? Okay. So I found this article. Here's some good icebreaker questions, and it specifically said for adults.
So if you're a kid, you can't use these.
If you're a kid, stop listening right now, because you legally cannot use these. So okay, So I'm gonna let's act like we've never met.
Okay.
Let's kind of go through this. Oh, hello. I'm Trace.
Hi.
Um,
I'm
okay.
Sam. I don't know what you want from me.
And then we'll mimic the couple of like seconds of silence that there would be when we're trying to meet. So while I'm thinking of the icebreaker.
Do you do that?
Yeah, I'm very loud and obviously like making things awkward. Hey, I got a question for you. Oh God.
Yeah.
If
Steel heavier than feathers.
well, they're both a kilogram.
Anyways, please continue. Well, you said I got a question for you.
I got a question for you. Which is heavier, steel or feathers? If a movie was being made of your life and you could choose the actor to play you, who would you choose and why?
Actor to play me.
Yeah, who would you choose?
I think John Goodman would be fun.
John Goodman would be a good one.
I just like him, but
oh God, who's the? I can't think of his name.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad. Now that would be a good one for me.
Oh, okay. Just gonna steal mine then.
No, I think John Goodman is a good.
How about we get 2 Josh Gads?
Can we clone Josh Gad? Has the science come back on that yet? I'm gonna call the scientist that I know.
I'm gonna call Josh Gad.
I'm gonna call Josh Gad, and he'll be the first.
I'll tweet at him.
He'll be the first one to know. Okay, so that's a pretty good icebreaker.
I agree. Can we clone Josh Gad?
Can we? Do you think? Yeah, here's another good icebreaker. Do you think we should clone Josh Gad? Would science have gone too far if we can clone Josh Gad? You know what?
You were so worried about
let's make our own icebreakers.
You were so worried about if you could do it. You didn't ask, should you?
We were so worried to ask if you can clone Josh Gad, but we never asked if we should clone Josh Gad.
Yeah, that's right.
How many Frozen movies are they going to make now that they have an endless supply of Josh Gads?
So many Olaf spinoffs.
Oh my God. They could... I don't know if that would be a blessing or a curse. I love Josh Gad, but I think I just love having one Josh Gad around, not many.
Yeah. I think it's the uniqueness of him.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we just making our own, or are we?
Yeah, let's just make our own icebreakers.
Okay.
Oh no! Wait, I saw a good one on this list earlier that I was like, "What the fuck is this question?"
Well, tell me.
Okay. Okay. So we're standing in line somewhere, and I'm just like, what do you have in the trunk of your car?
Is that actually like suggested?
That was on this list.
What if they leaned in and said, "A body"?
I have a body in my car, and you're gonna be next if you don't stop asking questions.
Tubs full of crickets. What if they said that? Then you'd be like, I'd be scared then.
I'd probably be more scared if someone said that than if they said I have a body in the back of my car. Because then I know that they're a murderer or at least an accomplice to murder. But if they have crickets, you don't really know what they do with those crickets.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a lot of giant lizards. Maybe they have one really big lizard, like Godzilla sized, and you don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe they bathe in those crickets. Who knows?
Ask me what's in my trunk, and I'll answer honestly.
Okay, what's in your trunk? What's in the trunk of your car right now?
Nothing.
What?
I just don't have anything in there.
What do you mean?
Why do you want to know?
I thought that would be a good
a good icebreaker. Yeah,
I thought that'd be a good way to open the door to us becoming friends.
How about we rephrase it to, what kind of junk you got in your trunk?
And then you slap them on the fanny.
I'm just thinking about if anybody like from England were to listen to that.
Yeah, well,
It's the same. Anyways,
just no. Okay, just think about this. Just think about some stranger walking up to you and just kind of like, "Oh, how's the weather? Yeah, good. Okay. What kind of junk you got in the trunk?" And then they just kind of pat you on your ass.
not like a forceful slap. They just kind of like,
It's like a pat, like a '50s husband to his, or a '50s ad exec to his secretary.
God, why'd you go there?
Because I've been watching Mad Men.
Oh, okay. It's like, why is that the place your mind went?
I've been watching a lot of Mad Men recently. Let's see if I can find another good one real quick and then we'll move on. Okay, this is another weird one. Okay, so again, we're like standing in the aisle of Walmart, and I'm just like,
okay, I'm buying groceries.
How about the weather recently, right?
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's been raining a lot, but now it's like it's not raining. It's getting kind of hot.
What's the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning?
The fact that I'm still alive.
I dread every second of life.
First thing, well, let me think. I woke up. I think I thought I want to go back to sleep.
This morning when I woke up, the first thing I thought of was, what time is it? And then I checked and saw, and I was like, oh god, that's late. It's later than I'm typically used to waking up.
Yeah. And like, we showed a great example in our little scenario. If you're like doing small talk and you've got like a really good icebreaker, interrupt the other person.
Yeah, make sure.
Be sure to interrupt them.
Make sure that you don't let them get another word out. Make sure
keep asking questions,
but make sure they never fully answer one of them.
And if it seems like they're about to finish, you just another question, boom.
Another question, boom. Even if their answer is like a yes or no, just quickly, right before they can get that S or the O out.
It doesn't matter what you ask them, just get a question out.
Yeah.
Also, a great improv game.
Oh yeah, definitely. So how to make small talk? We're gonna jump to that real quick. This is another wiki. How have approachable body language. So that we've heard one already. Yeah,
arms out,
legs out. Make sure that you're
akimbo.
very open. Legs akimbo, yeah. Give a friendly greeting. So don't yell at them, "Hey, fuck you, buddy." Just say, "Hello, good morning."
Howdy, partner.
Howdy, partner. Keep things light and positive. If there's been a death in your family, don't bring that up to a complete and total stranger.
If there has not been a death in my family, I'm fine.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, my body language is open. We're at Walmart right now.
I just am like,
let's make small talk.
I just imagine I'm like at Walmart and a person kind of like quickly walks up to me, strikes that pose, goes, "Howdy, partner. Nobody's died in my family. I'm fine."
Yeah. So
I don't even know what I would do, honestly.
Yep. That sounds like you would make a new friend right then and there.
I might.
It does sound exactly like our type of humor. So you could always start with a small compliment. See, here's the thing. When it comes
so many
to making
horrible places
friends,
this could go.
Well, when it comes to making friends and also trying to find a date, it has a lot of the same tips. Because it's like, always have open body language, be confident, make small talk, have an icebreaker question, start out with a small compliment. It's basically the same thing. Making friends and finding a love interest, it seems like it has a lot of the same steps.
Well, it's basically, how do you get a person to like you enough to agree to see you again? How do you get a person to
trust you?
You get a person to trust you. And then maybe get that trust a little further to where they might help you hide a body.
if you have one in your trunk.
If you have one in your trunk. Or a bunch of crickets.
Yeah, they might have to help you hide a bunch of barrels of crickets. So to start this next thing, start talking. Find common ground. Make sure
just
you
start talking. Don't stop. Don't stop talking.
Reveal something about yourself. But keep it light.
Like your body.
Yeah.
You reveal your body to them.
Any genitalia that you have, flash it. Don't do that. That is a crime. Don't do that. Actually, that is an actual crime. But keep it light and positive. Make sure that if you do want to tell them about the recent death in your family, that you don't get sad about it. Don't show your real emotions and be happy. So you start off the conversation by saying, "No one has died in my family," and then when you find common ground and you reveal something about you reveal something about yourself, you're like, "Oh, actually, I lied. I recently did have a death in my family," but you keep the smile. The smile is the key.
Big toothy grin.
Yeah.
Everybody loves that. And don't stop when you're talking. Just keep it smiling the whole time.
Yeah. So follow up with a question or a statement. So while you're talking, if they're like, so it gives an example. It says, "I'm an English major too. I've always wanted to be an English major, but Hoffer's an added bonus for sure." And then you would say, "Oh really? What are you thinking of doing with that? That is a useless degree." It doesn't actually say that. I threw that last part in.
Okay, just imagine this situation. So this person comes up, they strike that pose, they say, "Howdy, partner. I have not had a death in my family. I'm just fine. I have an English degree. I also have an English degree, and I found it very useful."
Yeah. We're creating the perfect scenario.
Yes. This is what you should do.
Make sure that you listen to them.
I forgot to you lift your shirt over your head.
Yes.
For a second, and then you put it back down.
Okay.
Reveal something about yourself.
Now we're going to quickly go over some things that might help you find common ground with some people. That's how you do small talk. We've gone through it. It makes perfect sense. Small talk, okay?
Okay.
It's easy. It's easy now. You know how to do it.
So easy.
But maybe you don't know how to find common ground with people. And that's where I'm coming in to help you.
Lie.
So, lie to them.
Lie to them.
Lie every step of the way. Make sure
Say
they
you
never
like
really
things
know
they
the
like.
real you.
Yes.
So we've talked about this before, but here are 10 of the most popular hobbies that might help you find common ground with this person.
Okay.
Maybe they like reading. Maybe they like traveling, fishing, or crafts. Maybe they like television, bird watching.
What? No.
Is that one that popular?
I don't think so. I think people lie about that.
Maybe they like collecting, music, gardening, or video games.
Yeah, how on earth would bird watching be over collecting?
Or video games.
Or video games.
Who's James?
Video James?
Yeah, it's my cool friend. Takes some radical videos.
The skateboard tricks.
Yeah. And then lastly, we're going to finish this off. Everything you've heard up to this point has helped you make a friend. But
yes,
it hasn't helped you remain friends. And this last bit is going to tell you how to be a good friend.
Kidnap them.
This also comes from Trudy Griffith.
Okay, Trudy.
Be trustworthy. Make sure you keep your promises. Be dependable. Apologize when you've made a mistake. Don't kill their dogs or family. Wait. Trudy?
Is that actually written there?
No, I wish.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah. Allow yourself to be honest and vulnerable. If you rob a bank, make sure they're with you so they feel included. Trudy, what are you doing here right now?
Don't steal their Ritalin.
Trudy! Disagree with your friends in a respected... Don't even do it respectably. Just disagree with them.
Always be contrary.
I'm pretty hungry. Are you? Nope.
No, I'm not.
You haven't eaten it all today. Yes, I have.
Shut up.
When? Shut your mouth. Stop asking so many questions. How about that?
Wow.
Don't disagree with them in a respectful way.
Yes.
Don't use people. And be loyal. Be respectful. All right? That's how you become trustworthy. That's how you remain those friendships. I could tell you that Sam isn't loyal to me.
What? We've done 23 of these.
It's fun, you know. I mean, I understand that we're just doing it for the kids at this point. Remember to include your friends. Don't let your friends feel left out. Ever. Trudy says.
Trudy.
Be selfless. Be a good listener. Help your friends deal with their struggles. Be there in a time of crisis. Don't kill their dogs and... Trudy! Why do you keep saying that?
We already covered that. We already covered the not killing dogs.
Give thoughtful advice. Don't sleep with their girlfriend or boyfriend. Trudy!
Don't cheat on them. I mean, you know what? You keep Trudying. That's good advice.
That is a good advice, but why? It's all very nice stuff, and then it's just strange.
Well, that's probably because you're adding it.
Are you accusing me of something, Sam?
Are you accusing me of lying right now?
Are you not being a good friend right now?
Are you claiming I am fabricating?
I would never, ever fabricate anything on this podcast. Give your friends some space when they need it. Sam, I need you to give me some space right now.
Okay, I'm backing away from the mic.
Make your friendships last. Learn to forgive. Sam, I forgive you.
For what?
For claiming that I would fabricate such things.
Okay, that's good.
Accept your friend for who they are. Sam, I accept you for the person that you are.
Okay, I thought you already did that, but sure.
Go beyond the Call of Duty. Maybe play Battlefield instead. That was a good one, Sam, and you can't act like that wasn't a funny joke. That
was a good one. What do you want from me?
I want you to laugh harder next time.
Or you can play Fortnite.
Shut your mouth. Don't you ever say that name on this podcast ever again.
Okay, God.
Stay in touch no matter what.
Belittle your friends.
Belittle your friends. Make sure that
Tell them not to do things.
Make sure that they feel fear. Let your friendship evolve.
God, our friendships are fucking tasking, aren't they?
They really are. But
I gotta do all this shit?
I gotta
are
do
you fucking kidding me?
To make sure that I can record a podcast with someone next week.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Like, I already killed your dog.
And my family. And you slept with my girlfriend or boyfriend. And you didn't play Battlefield with me.
I'm sorry. I hate Battlefield.
It's fine. I get it. That's everything I have. Hopefully, I legitimately, at some points, helped you to at least somewhat know how to make friends.
I don't think I helped at all.
No, you didn't. You big dumb loser.
Alright. Well, I guess you ignored everything Trudy said.
I did. I mean, she did say don't kill... Wait.
She didn't.
You don't know that. Did you have the article up?
I'll pull it up right now.
Don't do that.
Don't. You're not allowed to. Stop.
Alright. Well, I'm done. Hopefully I helped you all out to make new friends. And maybe when you make those new friends, you can tell them about this podcast
that you love.
That you love so very, very much. That's all I got for you, Sam.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you tell us what happened today in history.
Today.
Yes.
July 1st.
Oh, special.
1776.
Whoa.
First vote on the Declaration of Independence for Britain's North American colonies.
The first vote on the Declaration of Independence. Where they gave it a pretty border and made it look all... And
they put heart stickers on it.
Yeah, and they said, "Love you, Georgie." And they sent it to him.
Jonas Brothers are the best.
Yeah, on the back The thing is that people don't really realize, because they never really show the back of the Declaration, is it says like, I heart the Jonas Brothers, I'm a believer, stuff like that. It's got a bunch of heart stickers, and it's got like rainbow stickers and stuff like that.
Our founding fathers were very forward thinking.
Well, our founding fathers were actually a bunch of teenage girls, and that's something that we actually don't know about. So that's crazy to think of. George Washington was actually Georgina Washington.
I mean, we didn't really even hit the history of this at all, and the fact that 4th of July is like in 3 days.
Who cares? We're making funny jokes about dead people.
I mean, there was that part in Mean Girls where they wrote the Declaration of Independence. It's actually a historical movie. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, it's a biopic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All lies. All fabrications.
Prove it. And we'll kick it over.
I'll kick it right back to myself.
Yeah, kicking it right back to Sam. For your holiday corner, buddy. It's not the 4th, but it's not the 1st. So tell me what today is.
Start buying your fireworks, but while you're doing it, why don't you tell some jokes? Because it's International Joke Day.
It's International Joke Day.
Apparently.
But wait, Sam. Neither you or me were born on this day. How could it be International Joke Day?
I don't know, Trace. We are the kings of comedy. But the picture that this website uses for International Joke Day is absolutely horrifying.
What is it?
It's a clown. Here, I'll share my screen real quick.
Clowns already are like the epitome of bad jokes.
Do you see this?
What the shit is that?
Isn't that not terrifying?
I hate it.
I hate it too. Let's make jokes about him.
Let's make jokes about him. He's dumb. I want him dead.
Oh no!
Hang him in the streets.
He's a drawing. He can't die. He's immortal. It's also National Canada Day, so.
Yep. Congrats, guys. Oh, wait,
Congrats,
isn't it?
Canada.
Yeah, isn't today their Independence Day?
I think so.
Happy Independence Day, Canada!
Of course.
Good job. I mean, you were.
They're like ripping us off, though.
Yeah, you were like earlier in the month, but I mean, which kind of seems like you really were trying to like better
one up us. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
But it was like a couple of years after.
Are you guys sorry about that?
Oh yeah, Canada, are you sorry? Why don't you drink some? Why don't you drink some maple syrup, you Canucks?
I do that.
Nasty
I've done that before.
Okay.
It's good though.
Well, you said you do that, as in like you constantly do that.
I've done it more than once, so
you're getting a little farther away from acceptable behavior.
This is not how to make friends.
This is not how to make friends.
Don't tell them you drink maple syrup. That's one thing.
Anyway,
that's the show.
That's the show. That has been, from our perspective, the 23rd episode. I'm flailing my arms like an idiot right now for some reason.
Don't worry. I did it that one day and knocked some stuff over.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That has been the 23rd episode of From Our Perspective. Thank you all for listening. If you have friends, and you should after this episode, share the podcast with them. We would like other people to listen to us, so other people can get our perspective on these goofy dumbass things that we talk about.
They need it. They need the perspective.
If you don't share this with people, then the world will be destroyed, and we'll know that it was your fault. We are the saviors of humanity, and this is our cult.
And we do not have any delusions of grandeur.
We do not. But if
where were you in the outro?
I don't know. If you want to if you want to hear more from us, then you can always follow us on social medias. FOP_pod on Instagram and Twitter, Large Lads on Facebook, and on YouTube we are at From Our Perspective. You could also download the podcast every Monday and listen to it on Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. You can find us on each of those platforms at From Our Perspective. We post the podcast every Monday, and we will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Bye.
Toodaloo!